Hi, this is Munson from Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you play through a song called Pretty Woman by Orbison. And it starts with a very, very famous guitar lick, and it starts on the low open E, and you kind of play that note twice. And then we play 4th fret on the low E string one time, and then A string on the 2nd fret one time, and then open D one time. So we got to go open E twice, and then 4th fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the A, open D. And the notes you're actually playing are E, E, G sharp, B, D, which if we kind of put all those notes together would actually be a chord called E7. And the way you play E7 is you would put 1st finger on the G string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the A string on the 2nd fret. So if you strum all the strings with that down, that sounds an E7 chord, and it sounds a little messed up. But that's basically the notes that are getting used in this lick, but playing them all together instead of individual. So this is sort of what we would call an arpeggio, and arpeggio means broken chord. And so we're really playing E, E, G sharp, B, D, E, E, G sharp, B, D. But at the very beginning that happens twice, and then we end up adding some notes to that lick. So we still start off the same way. Open E, and then 4, 2nd on the A, open D, but then we go to 4th fret on the D, and play that one time, and then we go to the D string and play the 2nd fret on the D, and then we play open D again. So we got open E twice, 4th on the low E, 2nd fret on the A, open D, and then 4th fret on the D, and then 2nd fret on the D, and then open D, and then back to low E, and twice, and then 4th fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the A, open D, 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret on the D, open D. So almost immediately when you hear that lick, you're like, oh, that's Pretty Woman, I love that song. So right after that lick, though, after we kind of do the first one twice and then the second one 4 times, we end up going to an A major chord. And the way you play A major chord, 1st finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger goes to the B on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord. And that's how our verse kind of starts as A major. And then we're going to an F sharp minor chord. And the way you play F sharp minor, 1st finger is going to go across the entire 2nd fret. 3rd finger is going to go on the A on the 4th fret, and the pinky goes on the D on the 4th fret. And if you kind of strum all those together, that sounds a chord called F sharp minor, which sounds kind of sad. Now if you're just starting out with bar chords, though, a lot of times you can try just a smaller piece of that. You can even take your 1st finger and just try kind of taking that finger and putting them across the E and the B string, for instance, and just trying just a little piece of it, and just see if you can kind of get that clear. And then you could try 3 strings with the 1st finger and kind of see if you can get those to sound. And then you could even try like 4 strings, and that would actually make an F sharp minor 7 chord, doing just the top 4 strings with the bar. And just to build into that bar chord, you could kind of work the A string to the high E, and then you could try the low E to the high E. But for the video, I'm just going to use just the full F sharp bar, but you could cheat that, kind of doing smaller pieces of the bar with the 1st finger. And then we go back to A major, and then we play F sharp minor again. But then we go to a D major chord, and the way you play D major, 1st finger is going to go to the G string on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger goes to the high E on the 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger goes to the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum just the D string to the high E, D, G, B, and E, that'll get you a clear sound out of the D major. And then after that, then we go to an E major chord. And E major is very, very similar to that E7 chord we were talking about earlier with our lick. But you basically put your 1st finger on the G on the 1st fret, 2nd finger is going to go A on the 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret. And then that makes an E major chord, and you can strum all the strings with that. But if you like the E7 sound instead of E major, you could do that where you just do the 1st finger and the 2nd finger, what we're playing right now with the E major. And either one of those chords could kind of be substituted for each other in the song. And then we do another E major, and we do another E major, and then we do another E major, and then we kind of go back to our intro lick, like the full-blown one, where we got the open E twice, 4th, 2nd on the A, open D, 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret on that D, open D, and we do that 4 times, open E twice, 4th fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the A, open D, 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret on the D, open D, open E fret on the low E, second fret on the A, open D, the fourth fret on the D, second fret on the D, open E twice, fourth fret on the low E, second fret on the D, open D, fourth fret on the D, second fret on the D, open D. Now a lot of times to make a song like this a little bit more interesting though, what I like to add to it is something called a strum pattern. And my favorite 4/4 strum pattern is a down, down, up, down, up, which completely works for 90% of the song. So what you do is, like, if you take the A major, for instance, we could just try that a lot. So you could take your A and go down, down, up, down, A, down, down, up, down, A, down, down, up, down, A, down, down, up, down, up. So we're going to practice that so it's kind of second nature. And basically, if we're going through our verse with that strum pattern, there's one place on one of the D chords where instead of doing the whole strum pattern, we're just halving it. We're just playing just the down and the down up. So you may want to try that by itself just to get used to it. Just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, just to get used to halving it. But if we took our verse all the way through with our strum pattern, we have our A with our down, down, up, down, F sharp minor, down, down, up, down, A major, down, down, up, down, F sharp minor, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, but then we half a D, down, down, up, and then we go to E major, down, 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 E major, down, 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 E major, down, 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 E major, and then we got our intro there. We're back to the strum pattern on the A major to do the verse again. So we got A major, down, down, up, down, F sharp minor, down, 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 A major, down, 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 F sharp minor, down, 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 D, down, 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 and then we half a D, down, down, and then the E major, down, 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 E major, down, 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 E major, down, 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 E major, down. But then we go to a bridge part that's actually in the key of C major, so it's almost like Orbison is kind of changing from the key of A that we've been playing in to the key of C major. And so we start out on the bridge part with a D minor chord. And the way you play D minor, first finger is going to the high E on the first fret, second finger goes to the G on the second fret, and the third finger goes to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E with that, that sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. So our bridge part starts out on D minor, and then we go to a G major chord. And the way you play G major, first finger goes to the A on the second fret, second finger goes low E on the third fret, and the third finger goes to the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, it makes a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from G, we're going to be going to a C major chord. And the way you play C major, first finger goes to the B on the first fret, second finger on the D on the second fret, and the third finger goes to the A on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from C major, we're going to an A minor chord. And actually, all you really have to do is move one finger, but to walk through the whole thing, you got first finger on the B on the first fret, same place you get for C. Second finger on the D on the second fret, same place you get for C. And then the third finger is going to go to the G on the second fret, and if you strum all those together, it makes an A minor. So that's kind of the sad A chord. It's that A minor. And that's basically our bridge part is just using those chords with our strum pattern, with our down, down, up, down, up. So just to try that through our bridge, we got our D minor, down, down, up, down, G major, down, down, up, down, C major, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, 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 D minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 C, down, 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 C, down, 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 D minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 C, down, 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 A minor, down, 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 D minor, down, 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 from there, our bridge kind of has an add-on, and the bridge add-on starts on F sharp minor, and we got the same strum pattern. F sharp minor, down, up, down, up, and then we go to D minor, down, down, up, and then E major, down, up, down, A major, down, down, F sharp minor, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, and then we go to E major, down, 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 E major, down, 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 E major, down, 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 E major, down, down, and on those E chords at the same time, you're going to hear that intro lick again, though. To sort of our verse, but it's almost like an extended verse where we got A major, down, down, up, down, F sharp minor, down, down, up, down, A major, down, 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 F sharp minor, down, down, up, D, down, down, up, down, and then we have the D, down, down, and then E major, down, 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 B, down, down, B, down, 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 B, down, down, stay on the E, down, up, down, E, down, down, up, down, B, down, down, up, down, B, down, down, up, down, E, down, down, up, down, B, down, down, up, down, E, down, down, up, down. And then on the last one of those E's, we do a big down and do it. Just kind of do it down, and then you kind of kill it. So that's kind of your hit at the very end. Is you got that E down, up, down, E down, down, up, down, E down, down, up, down, E. And then we kind of go back into our intro lick, and we do that twice, and then we do the full-blown intro lick 4 times. And then at the very, very, very end, we go to the A major and do a down up and kill it. So we got A. So just to try that last part one more time, you got the intro twice, and then the full-blown intro 4 times. And then we got A major. So that's the basics of how you could strum through Pretty Woman by Orbison. So good luck!